We are actually finally having a true fall. I mean, year after year, summer after summer, we go through all the heat wave and then it's hot until December. It's fall, y'all, okay? And the one thing that I love the most in the brassica family are Brussels sprouts. These are my favorite. I like them roasted. I like them toasted. I like them shaved into a salad or a slaw. I can just eat Brussels sprouts, but I can't grow them. I have tried year after year after year. Now, most of you all know I grew my entire spring garden by starting everything in a bag. This was my Brussels sprouts bag. Started August 26th of this year. There ain't nothing in this bag. Some dirt. The seeds that did not germinate, ain't nothing else in this bag, okay? I went to the store and I bought starts. These are my starts. I showed you all when I got them and how I planted them. And I mean, they're coming along. I don't have any problems with them. There's no bugs in here. I have them in my Vigo Garden raised bed bin, and it's completely 100% covered. So I don't have a problem with that. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 starts actually in here for the Brussels sprouts. And well, they seem to be doing fine. But because I love Brussels sprouts so much, I'm trying to hedge my bets, so to speak. So the one thing, although I've tried to grow them year after year, the one thing that I never did try, which is, and I don't know why, but this is one of my favorite things. You all know, growing from scraps, okay? Growing from scraps. I grew heads of cabbage. I grew heads of cabbage from sprouts. I've grown celeries from sprouts, onions. I even had a tomato plant from a slice of tomato this year. I love, love, love. I started carrots from scraps. I love growing from scraps. That's just me. I love doing that. So I didn't know if I could grow more Brussels sprouts from this Brussels sprout right here. Well, look what I got, y'all. From this to this. Look at that, y'all. Yes. Look at all those roots on here. So I bought 3 Brussels sprouts, okay? And I put them in a container. Now, the container doesn't actually have water. I have little bitty things in here. I put bottled water in, okay? And look at the roots on the Brussels sprouts. Look at that. I had to fill this container up twice. It's been about 2 weeks. We've had quite some warm days, and I guess it just evaporated. It's been outside, because y'all know I ain't putting no plants in my house. I'm not starting no plants in my house because I don't want to deal with the pests and the little things and the flies and gnats and stuff that fly around. Anyway, look at that, y'all, okay? All I did, and I actually have 3 of them that I tried because I didn't know. Look at that. Look at the root system on there. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. So now I am going to plant these. Don't know how long they're going to take to actually take off. I need to see, obviously they're doing better than the seeds because the seeds won't grow, okay? I can't get the seeds to grow. I've tried everything that I can think of, that I even researched and read about and watched about growing Brussels sprouts. None of it worked. This, by far, so far, is to me even better than the starts, okay? Because I actually have a store that sells individual Brussels sprouts. These 3 Brussels sprouts cost me about 62 cents. Okay? That's less than a pack of seeds. All right? And they're organic. So it's a win-win for me. All right? So we're going to go over here and we're going to plant these today. And we're going to see how well they do compared to the starts. Okay? Because the starts were already started. I didn't mean for that to sound like that. But anyway, let's come on over and get these planted. So the one thing I am going to do is I'm going to take off this leaf right here gently because I don't want to disturb my roots. But you know me, I have got to see how things turn out. So I'm going to plant these three. Right now, I'm going to plant them in here. Now I have those three over there that I bought. I'm going to take just one of those and we're going to plant it at the end of the other ones where the other Brussels sprouts are. I put these in water. I want to see if I can just stick this in the dirt. Kind of like I do the bottom of the cabbage. I don't put it in water. I don't do anything. I just stick it in the dirt. So I'm going to take this just like this. I'm going to do two. I'm going to take this and put this just down into the dirt. We're going to do that at the other end. And then I will come back and mark them. But for right now, I'm just going to stick this in here and cover that up and leave the top half sticking up. And we're going to see what that's going to do. Okay. I'm going to see if it's going to branch out or what it's going to do. One of these I'm going to take and cut the top off because I want to see if it's going to make a difference if I leave it whole like this or cut the top off of it. Just right in here. And I'm probably going to do this one because it's a little more even. This one's kind of skinny. So I'm going to go ahead and plant this as is. Okay. So because I did not bring a knife out here, I'm going to see if I can cut this off with my sickle because I am not going back inside to get a knife. So, and yes, I'm watching my fingers. Sometimes you just got to get creative, okay? I'm being lazy today because I could easily go in there and just get a knife and cut it right off. But no, we're going to use our sickle. And I'm just cutting around just like that, okay? Now we're going to plant this one right here too. And I'm going to take a still picture of all of these too so I can see exactly where I have everything planted and how I have it planted. I want to leave the top open there. And it's okay if it's got a little dirt on it. That's fine. Now we're going to go to the other end and we're going to plant two at the other end. Okay, so at this end, reason I said two is because neither have roots on them, but I cut the top off of one and one I'm leaving whole. I need to see what works best and what to do because I love Brussels sprouts, okay? And so whatever works is what we will be doing from this point going forward. Take those two leaves off right there. I'm going to just put that at the surface, just like that. Then we're going to just put that one in there and leave that top up like that. I don't know how long these are going to take to do whatever they need to do, but we will see. This soil is already kind of wet. And I will water these in correctly later, but since I had this little water in here, I'm just pouring it over the top. Okay, so we are going to see how our Brussels sprouts do. Our scrap, I call this scrap, even though it's a whole Brussels sprout and it's not really a scrap. Scrap gardening versus starts, okay? Because the seeds just did not germinate. And I'm all about pivoting. If it doesn't work, keep it moving. Just keep planting, keep planting. I don't know how long it's going to take for these to grow. I don't know if it's going to have enough fall before it really turns cold. But we don't really know when it's going to turn cold. So I just keep planting. And whatever happens, happens. I learn from it and I share everything from beginning to end with you all so we can see just how it grows. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me today here in my garden. It's a wonderful, beautiful day here in Zone 8A. I'm Pam and this is Zone 8A. Anywhere you can sit a pot, you can grow a plant.